George had him that time. Just missed tackle, one tackle, missed it on a second tackle. Next thing you know, he's about 6-7 yards.
I'm impressed with the offensive blocking of the line of Springdale. They're doing an excellent job. They're getting the ball player. They're knocking the big holes, as you mentioned a while ago. And the desire of the backs is also outstanding. They just don't seem to want to go down.
Well, we're going to come down at the end of the first quarter. We don't have a score. We'll come down in the quarter. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
People have trusted for affection and service for your life, health, home, and car. Shelter Insurance, where personal service will always be a matter of...
Ball on the 30-yard line. Pine Bluff Zebras as we had the first play of the second quarter. Worley gives it to the first man through, and there's another 5 yards, 4 yards. Springdale put it off tonight. They're going to give him 4 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Springdale's impressive. First quarter was all Springdale. Kind of slow coming up to the line. Play the second quarter. Springdale Bulldogs. Worley pitches back to McKee. He's got some room. He's going to pick up another first down just inside the 20. George, you got some, maybe some unofficial stats in that first quarter there?
So far in the ball game, appears to be Springdale has 9 first downs. They've attempted 2 passes, completed 1. They've run the ball 12 times. It's amazing. They're really controlling this game. We don't have any time of ball control, but it's easy to estimate that they've had the ball at least 80% of the ball game so far.
Oh, easy. And the one pass that wasn't completed for Springdale was basically just underthrown for a touchdown as Worley handed off to the counter man that time. And another missed tackle in the backfield, but they're going to get him for a yard loss that time. Number 12, Tom McBride out there again. It's going to bring up a second down, and we're going to call it 8 on the scoreboard, but we'll call it 11. Second 11 on that 1 yard loss by McBride. So Worley brings him up for the second down. Got the counter play. No, it's a fake. He's going to keep it. They're going to bring it down at the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Last time, here we were again, had the touchdown pass. It was underthrown. Let's see what Springdale will do going the opposite direction this time. Good night for high school football here in Pine Bluff on TV 65. Nice, cool night. Good crowd out here in Pine Bluff for this game. George, probably one of the best games going on tonight. I think Southside and Catholic are playing tonight, number 1, and you got the number 3 team with Pine Bluff Zebras here. Got a man way out in motion, got a slant pass in, and it's going to be first down inside the 5-yard line for Springdale. Yeah, I'm really impressed with Springdale. They've been coming up to the line and really keying off and going. That time they walked up to the line like they didn't have a clue as to what was going on. Slow walking up, slow bending down, taking the snap. Hey, it's like we're in slow motion, and boom, he throws a slant pass in for 12 yards, and they're sitting on the 6-yard line with a first down. Worley gets to the first man through. McKee's down inside the 5. Looks like he's down to about the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. I'm impressed. Springdale offense putting on a show here tonight. We really hadn't had much Pine Bluff offense yet. One first down in the first quarter. I'm sure we'll have lots of fireworks here tonight, though. Pine Bluff early in the game. No Pine Bluff's capable of putting a lot of points on the board. Brings up the second down. We're on the 5-yard line. Worley gives McKee. No, it's a keeper. It's around, and big hit. Number 19. That's Bazil Shabazz out there. Denying. I thought he had 6 points there, and all of a sudden, here comes Shabazz.
He likes to play. There's no doubt he's one of the best, if not the best athlete in the state. Plays everything, defense, kicks off, punts, loves to run the football, good blocker. Coaches love these type of players.
Well, he's all-state football, basketball. He's a good basketball player. He's probably a pro prospect for baseball. Good all-around athlete. Worley pitches out, and we got a touchdown. Craig McKee, the senior for Springdale Bulldogs, takes the pitch out, and George just kind of went up and jumped over everybody and landed in the end zone for 6 points.
On their end runs, they've done a good job of getting linemen out in front of the ball carrier, and that's what happened then. He had blocking right at the goal line, and then he just dove right up over them. Excellent play, excellent run, good blocking.
Well, we got Booger Mosley again on kicking. It's up and it's good. With 8:37 to go in the half, it's 7-0 Springdale, and we'll be right back. Nothing lead turns into a 7-6 lead. We hadn't even had any time to go off the clock, George. Just as quick as we had the crowd with us over here, George. Springdale coming down and scored, and we got all the noise over here. Booger Mosley, he kicked off and put it down there. I didn't catch who it was, number 23. That was Jarrett Morton. He picked the ball up, tosses it back to Shabazz, and I guess he probably got credit for about 80 yards, maybe 81 on that. Number 20, Chris Anderson. He's waiting for the kick. Satcher on the hold. Ball's down. Anderson's got it. It's up. It's good. It's 7-7 with 8:26 to go in the half, and we'll be right back. 10 seconds there, we've had 14 points. And our 2 star athletes here of the night. Craig McKee goes for a couple yards for a touchdown, and Shabazz goes 80-something yards with the kickoff for a touchdown. And here's Shabazz back again, setting the ball up, catching his breath, and he'll be set for the kickoff. George, it goes quick when you got athletes like this, doesn't it? I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
It so often happens, the kickoff was fumbled, the defense relaxed just a second, and then boom, he's gone.
Can't relax with athletes like Shabazz and McKee out here. Short kick that's going to go down and be fielded inside the 10. It's got a nice wall out here, and here we go with McKee this time. Well, he turned the corner, and I thought he might be gone there too as they catch up with him at the 30-yard line. I thought we were going to have back-to-back returns there, George. I thought he was going to turn that corner and be gone. Well, it's been all Springdale on the offense, but with 8:15 to go in the half, it's 7-7. Pine Bluff Zebras and the Springdale Bulldogs.
It's hard to believe that the game is tied when Pine Bluff has only 1 first down and has only run the ball 4 times.
We had a game earlier this year on TV 65 with Watson Chapel and Dollaway, and stats were almost even, and Dollaway really put it on. It was just incredible. Sometimes the stats they don't dictate the game. As we had 1st and 10 for Springdale on their 31, and wait for them to clear the pile, and they're going to give them a couple of yards. Let's call it a 2nd and 8. I've been impressed with Springdale tonight. They have really come out with some offense tonight. Worley doing a good job, quarterback McKee. That time is first man through. Can't tell, that's McKee down on the bottom of the pile there. McKee and Shabazz. A couple of names we'll call out a lot tonight. Bring up another 3rd down for Springdale. We'll call it 3rd and 4. They're just inside the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 37. Worley takes a snap. He's looking for McKee. McKee ain't going to go too far this time. Big number 31 down there, Dante Williams, 6-foot junior for Pine Bluff. Looks like he kind of got the bad end of that one, but put a good stick on him that time. I've got number 16 for Pine Bluff. I don't have number 16 in my book tonight, George, but he's been in there on a bunch of plays along with Kenneth Camp down there a lot of times. It's going to bring up the 4th and 2. Springdale's going to have to punt the ball. Get off a nice punt. Fielded by Morton. This time he's not going to pass it back. He's going to keep it himself. Give Shabazz a rest that time. Morton got it back up to about the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 6 minutes to go in the half. Pine Bluff Zebras from their own, let's call it 39-yard line.
So far in the ball game, we've had one punt by each team, and we've only had one penalty. Very clean ball game.
It's a couple of fine teams out here tonight. Like I said earlier, probably one of the best games in the state tonight. Benton takes a snap. He hands to Shabazz. Shabazz, look out. He's up near midfield. Wait and see where they're going to spot him. He might have another 1st down out of this. Now, George, I saw in the paper the other day where Coach Glover, and I have to agree with him, he made the statement that every time Shabazz every time the ball touches his hands, it's got the potential for a score. And we've seen that here tonight. He's some kind of athlete. Benton's back. He's going to pass. He's got a man open, but it's going to be tipped in the air at the line of scrimmage. And Springdale, they're going to come up with the intercept that time. Bradley, tough luck that time. He's a 6-foot junior, 158 pounds, and he stands pretty tall in that pocket, but somehow the Springdale line got a big hand up there and knocked that thing in the air. I couldn't pick up who it was, but Springdale picks up the intercept. They'll get possession of the ball with 5 minutes to go in the quarter or in the 1st half here. Bring up the 1st and 10 for Springdale on their own 41. Well, here comes McKee again. He picked up a couple. That's about as far as he's going to go. Couldn't tell who that was. A little bit of technical difficulty tonight. Camera's short. So we don't have the luxury of having our monitors up here and trying to keep up with it. So our viewers tonight, George, probably they'll be able to see a little bit better than we can trying to keep up with the live action from the top of press box row up here. Makes it kind of tough seeing who's on the bottom of these piles. Worley brings them up for a 2nd and 7. He's going to keep it. We got our 1st flag of the night. Worley comes up over midfield down to the Zebra 45, but I think we're going to have an illegal motion and bring this one back. Tough break for Springdale.
They had 2 men in motion, both wingback. They were set in a wing T that time. Both wingbacks were coming back toward the fullback same time.
Well, I'm sure it's confusing to some of them. It's confusing to me. This is some strange formations we're seeing Springdale out of tonight, and lining people up, tight end in on a slant, and doing the stunts and doing the counters, and it's shown they've had a lot of yardage here tonight, but that time they got caught with 2 of them in motion at the same time. So wipe out the 1st and 10 from the Zebra 45, and let's make it a 2nd and 12 from their own 44. Or let's make that to 40. Yeah, we got the man in motion again. Worley's going to give it to the counter man through, and he's got some room. Big number 36 that time. Todd Roost again, 170-pound junior for the Bulldogs. Well, we got the chain crew up. Now I can tell what we got. We got a 3rd down and Looks like we're on about the 47-yard line. It's going to be about 3rd and 4. He's not scared to pass that ball. Let's see what we do on the 3rd and 4. He's got a man in motion again, and here he goes on that little slant in. He's going to drop the ball, I believe. Nope. Big number 80 that time for the Bulldogs, Gary Bohannon. I thought he dropped it, boy. He got those big hands on it and held on to it for another big first down.
The Springdale receivers have good hands. I watched them in the pregame warm-up. They were doing passing drills, and I was impressed with the way they caught the ball.
Gary's a big 242-pound junior, and he's got a set of hands on him there. He reached out and got that ball. Warley's not scared to put that ball up. It's a nice pass. Just a little slant in, got the man in motion again, and Warley's going to have the keeper. He's got some room, and he slips up at about the 40, inside the 40. He's going to get up to the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up a second, and it's going to be about 3, let's call it 4 yards.
The Bulldogs are using a lot of motion. The quarterback's doing a good job faking the ball, and he's doing a good job running the ball. They have a nice offense.
Yeah, the Bulldogs got the stats, but with 2 minutes to go in the half, it's 7-7 on the scoreboard. Warley gives it to the first man through. He's going to be up near the first down, but it is going to bring up the 3rd down. A lot of people down on that pile. Big number 63 there for the Zebras. He's one of the last ones off that pile. Chris Fitzpatrick down there. 6'1" senior. Good football game here from Pine Bluff, Arkansas tonight. Warley comes up. Here's another little slow developing, kind of easy walking up. And quick snap. We're out here. Oh, what a lick. McKee hit on him. Kenneth Camp knocked him out at the 15-yard line, but not before McKee. He put that head down at about the 25, 23-yard line, and he put down and butted heads and picked up another 10 yards there. They're going to give him a first down. It's going to be just inside the 15, Pine Bluff. So we come up on them. About 1:23 to go in the half. Big break for Springdale. Big drive here as we come down near the end of the half. Good field position for Springdale to close it out. John McWright coming out. And he goes in motion. It's going to be the counter up on the inside. Merritt Adams, he ain't going to go anywhere that time. Maybe a yard. That time, George's counter didn't work.
But as they get closer in toward the goal line, there's a tendency for the defense to play a little tighter, which they did that time. Linebacker stepped in, filled the holes nicely. I'm still impressed with this offensive line for Springdale. Of course, they're playing against a heavier line, and I don't know they can keep it up, but so far they've been very impressive.
Well, they are impressing me tonight, and I'm sure our viewers tonight, as Warley keeps it on the option. He's got some room. He's down inside the 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Be sure and stay with us at halftime, as we're going to feature the Pine Bluff band director. Right now, we're going to have a timeout on the field, so we'll take a timeout too, and we'll be right back after this. On 5 as Warley comes up. He fakes it. He's got a man wide open in the end zone, and this time he's got him. We got a touchdown out there. I think that was big number 80, Gary Bohannon, the 242-pound junior. And he got the hands on that one and pulled it in. And what a ball game. We got 31 seconds to go in the half. And I love his name, Booger Mosley. I don't know if that's his real name or not, but the little sophomore's out there again for the PAT. Ball's down, it's up. Booger got it, he's got it good there. Springdale 14, Pine Bluff 7. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
With Scallion.
He still got it up and good. 14-7 lead. I hope somebody didn't trick me and just tell me his name was Booger. I hate to be calling him that all night, but I love it. Booger Mosley, sophomore for Springdale. He's got the ball spotted up. It's going to be on the Pine Bluff 45 following that roughing the kicker on the PAT. I think we're going to know. He pulled up. He didn't get offsides. Pine Bluff's going to recover at the 31-yard line. It's probably not a bad idea with Bazil Shabazz in the game. You never know what's going to happen. You might as well just float that ball down with 30 seconds to go and not give him a chance to put his hands on the ball and, like last time, go 81 yards for a quick 6. Springdale's dominating this game, George. No way to look at it except that they're dominating, but scoreboard says 14-7. Bradley kicks it back to Shabazz. He's got some room. He might be gone. Look at him over there. He's sidestepping around. He slipped, lost his footing up near midfield. We've got 12 seconds to go. They're going to be coming up to the line quick. Want to be sure that you stay with us at halftime. We got a great special with the Marching Zebra Band Director, Carl Lott. Nice feature with Mr. Lott here tonight. And we'll be featuring that Marching Zebra Band at halftime. So be sure and stay with us as we come up on what's probably going to be the last play of the half. Look, we got Bazil Shabazz out here in the flat. Look for Bradley Benton to just air this one out. And it's caught around the 35-yard line as we're going to count down. We got 6 seconds to go. Pine Bluff's going to call timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a break real quick as Pine Bluff has timeout. We'll be right back after this. Shabazz, he's going to pull it in. He's got a touchdown. Look at that. I tell you what, big play, big play. I'm over here, George. I'm sitting over here looking. We had number 91 out here, Jason Coring. He was out here wide open. I wanted to yell out here to Benton and tell him, hey, look over here, you got a man wide open. Next thing you know, he airs it out. Shabazz just runs under it, gathers it in at the goal line, and just like that, 14-3. We got Chris Anderson on for the point after, as we got no time showing on the clock. Pine Bluff, they're going to call a timeout. We have something problem up here in the line. We're just going to stay with it here. We got 14-13, no time on the clock as we're at the end of the half. Well, Pine Bluff didn't quite have enough guys out there that time, George. They were going to be one man short. They got another man out on the field, and we're set again as Anderson's ready this time. Satcher's got the ball down, and Anderson's got it up. Let's see, the referee, I didn't get a signal. I guess it was up and good. We're 14-14 as we come at the end of the half. Be sure to stay with us, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Nobody seems to want that one. Morton's going to field it. Maybe he's not. He's going to finally get on it inside the 20-yard line.
Lynn, the Springdale Bulldogs were a perfect study in ball control the first half. They ran the ball 25 times. Pine Bluff ran it 6. Springdale threw five passes, completed 4. Pine Bluff threw only 3 and completed 2, had 1 intercepted, and Pine Bluff had 2 first downs. Springdale had 11.
Well, Pine Bluff was the big play team in the first half, and Springdale was the dominator of the ground. As Shabazz takes it off right tackle, they're going to give him a few yards. Hard to tell. Wait and see on the spot here. It's going to bring up a second. I guess it's going to be about a 2nd and 6, I believe. Pine Bluff had the 2 big plays, and Springdale had all the yardage, but we're tied at 14. Bradley pitches out to Shabazz, and look out. That's a couple of big athletes there. That's Craig McKee over there on the save. McKee hadn't got an arm out there on Shabazz's shoulder pads that time. I think Shabazz would have had another one of those 80-yard runs, George.
He's strong. Very strong and fast.
It doesn't take Shabazz long to score. Well, it's going to bring up a first down there. We're going to be just inside Springdale territory for Pine Bluff. 1st and 10 on about the 49. Well, I think we're going to have some offsides there. Big number 62 for Pine Bluff. Robert Woodus, he was ready to get out after that one. Big old 6'5" guy out there. Just second flag of the night. Had a pretty clean ball game. We have to apologize for some of our technical difficulties tonight. Having a hard time out here at Pine Bluff Stadium tonight, and we got a lot of good, dedicated people out here tonight trying to get the difficulties worked out. So just bear with us tonight. We got a good game on the field, though. 14-14 with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter as Bradley hands off to Shabazz, and he's going to be up close to, after that penalty brought it back 5 yards, he's going to pick up that penalty, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. George, I don't know where I was. I went to another planet there for a minute, and I didn't even see a penalty. I don't know where I was. I was over here trying to adjust our settings. And
actually, we've had 4 penalties. Each team has had a 15-yarder, and each team has 5-yard penalty.
Well, it shows you how far off I was as Bradley comes back, hands off to Shabazz, and he's only going to pick up a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, just inside the Springdale side of the field. Got a nice cool breeze coming in the press box up here. Pine Bluff Zebra Stadium, Jordan Stadium, home of the Zebras tonight. It's been the home of the big play for Pine Bluff tonight. Let's see what they come up with on 3rd and long. The fumble. Bradley didn't get a good handoff that time in there. Big number 80 for Springdale, Gary Bohannon. He came up with the ball. All of a sudden, ball's on the ground. Bohannon comes up with it. So Springdale, a little bit better field position they were going to have, George. They're going to take the ball over on their own 46-yard line. They would have been down inside probably the 20 after a Shabazz punt would have put them down there.
It'll be interesting to see if Pine Bluff has made some adjustments on defense. They had made some adjustments on offense, and they moved the ball a lot better.
Well, I would venture to say that Coach Glover had some defensive changes there. Springdale's coming out with the same look. Got a little mix up in the backfield, and Worley ain't going to go anywhere. So we got Springdale side. They don't like this number 58. He's just hard on the hit out here. DeCarlos Grayson, 5'10" junior linebacker. He's just running Worley out of bounds there, but that's what happens when you that's enemy territory when you run the man out on his own bench there. That's dangerous territory. Couple of good teams out here tonight. Pine Bluff, most of the polls I've seen, George was ranked number 3, and we got a man in motion again coming up. And well, I think you called it, George. I think I do believe the coaches for Pine Bluff made some adjustments here. That counter has not worked at all for 2 plays in a row now. It's going to bring up a 3rd and something Springdale's not used to, a 3rd and 9. I think that's the first time they've had more than about 6 yards to go on a 3rd down play tonight. They have really been churning out the offense, but we may have seen an end to that one. Good crowd out here tonight in Pine Bluff. A lot of folks from Springdale made it down for the game tonight. Hope y'all are enjoying the telecast in your part of the woods as Worley's looking for a man. He's got a man real deep, but he can't get his feet set. He had I can't quite make it out. He had number 28, Aaron Adams, way downfield. I'm not sure if he can even throw the ball that far, George. He was way down there, but give Worley credit. He never quite he just never quite had a chance to stop and get his feet set and try to throw it that long.
That's the best pass coverage that Pine Bluff has had tonight. Springdale has thrown 5 times, completed 4, and as you mentioned, had 1 drop for a touchdown.
It's going to bring up 4th down and about 20 yards, so we're going to have a punt here, and Pine Bluff will get possession on it again. Shabazz, he's got it at the 28. He's sidestepping, he's dancing around, and he doesn't tuck that football away, George. He hands that thing out like a baton. He's still in track season here. He's got that thing hanging out there, juking around. Somebody's going to pop that ball free.
He's an amazing athlete for a man his size. He has a lot of agility and still has a lot of power, plus the speed. We keep saying that, but that's the reason he's the best athlete in the state.
Well, he's had an 81-yard run tonight. He's had a 35-yard touchdown reception from Bradley Benton, who's coming up to the line now on a 1st and 10, and he's going to hand it through. Boy, number 21, Vincent White, 5'11", junior for the Zebras. He popped the hole right through there, and boom, just like that. He's 15 yards. George, it's a big reversal. We started off the first half. That was a play Springdale was doing. They were eating up the yardage, and Pine Bluff wasn't going anywhere. All of a sudden, Springdale not too impressive on this last drive. They came out, and Pine Bluff really made some adjustments, stumped them first drive, first offensive series, and Benton goes with the counter to Shabazz. He's out in the flat, and he just keeps those feet moving all the time as he picks up about 6. See where they're going to spot him. They're going to give him 7 yards. We'll have a 2nd and 3.
It's one of the problems with a team that's had a very good first half. They go in and there's very little a coach can say to them to change things or inspire them because they played well. Pine Bluff, on the other hand, had a very poor first half. I'm sure the Coach Glover had a few things to say to them, made some adjustments, and now they look like a different ball club.
Well, Coach Williams, as we come up with Shabazz again for the first down at the 30-yard line, let's see, Shabazz is slow getting up. No, he's just got a man on top of him. I thought he was slow getting up. If you coach Williams for Springdale, what do you tell your club at halftime? I've been around sports all my life, but it's tough. You get in there and, you're tied 14-14 with number 3 team in the state, and you have totally dominated them, and you're still tied. You're not even up on them, so it gets kind of frustrating. Bradley Benton and Vincent, another bad. Vincent White and Bradley didn't quite connect on that one and lost the ball again, but Pine Bluff's going to get that one back. Had a few bad exchanges tonight, George. I don't know what the problem is, but I think that's the 3rd time that we've had a bad exchange there at the line of scrimmage, and Pine Bluff lucky to get that one back.
That's the 2nd time I've seen Pine Bluff in the wishbone tonight. Now they're in it again.
Yeah, they're in the wishbone again as Benton brings them up to the line. He's got it back to Shabazz. It doesn't surprise me as he comes out. Once again, we're on the Springdale side of the ball field tonight, so even though we're originating out of TV 65 from Pine Bluff and showing the broadcast on our sister station in AXA Springdale, we are sitting on the Springdale side, so it sounds like we're doing this from Springdale tonight, George. We're over here in the middle of a lot of cheerleaders. Springdale brought a lot of folks with them. They got the pep squad, the cheerleaders, and the guy with the Uga horn. So here we are on a 3rd and about 6. Shabazz is going to come up short that time. Look for Pine Bluff to go for it here on 4th down, George. They're 4th and caught about 2. And anytime you got Bradley Benton, Basil Shabazz out here, and I would go for this on 4th and 2. I would go out there and quarterback this play, George. All I'd have to do is take it, throw it to Shabazz. If he makes it, you got 1st down. That's the way I look at this one. We're going to have a timeout. Let's see. We are going to have a timeout with Springdale, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Who is it, George? Give to Shabazz. He jumps over right tackle. He's come up limping a little bit. Shabazz is going to come out of the game limping off that left foot. He did get the 1st down inside the 20. It's going to be about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Pine Bluff. He's looking a little better over there now as he's walking off, George. I think he's going to be okay. He kind of jumped funny there. He hurdled somebody, and I guess we're ways off from track season, so he wasn't quite used to the hurdle there. Vincent's going to take it in down to the 10-yard line. Vincent White off the handoff from Bradley. He didn't get the 1st down. He's awful close, so they're not going to get him the 1st down, so we're going to look at 2nd and 2 from the 12-yard line.
Springdale ran the counterplay all the first half very successfully. This time, the Zebras are running the counterplay, and they're moving the football.
Completely different ball game than what we saw when we first got here tonight, George. Still a good ball game. 14-14 is it can't be Shabazz. I can't tell who that is. Shabazz just came out of the game, and no, fooled me. It was Shabazz. He slipped back in. He came out for one play, came right back in. He's still limping a little bit, but so we got Quasi Satcher coming in. I guess Shabazz can't be too hurt out there. Coach wouldn't still have him out there as we come up on 1st and goal from the 6-yard line, and Shabazz is down inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line, it looks like. Craig McKee on a nice hand there helping Shabazz up. It's going to bring up we got 2nd down. Looks like we're going to be on, well, let's see. How about the 3-yard line? A little hard to tell from our view up in the press box. But it's Shabazz going off left tackle. No signal from the referee, so he must come up a little short. We're going to have a 3rd down and goal from what looks like about inside the 1-yard line. We hope we're bringing you a good game tonight. I know we're bringing you a good game. I hope the viewers are seeing better than what we are. We've had some technical difficulties tonight. We got a lot of people out here working real hard tonight trying to bring this game to you. Sometimes conditions just don't want you to do it, but we got a 3rd down. Bradley Benton, the Pine Bluff Zebras. He gives to Shabazz, and he's up over the top, and I don't see. Springdale held him. They held him. We're going to have a 4th down. Shabazz went airborne. I don't know how he didn't come down in the end zone. We have a bad angle up here. But George, I don't think you can get any close to the end zone where they've spotted that ball. I bet the viewers have a great shot of this. TV 65 cameramen down there. This kind of play here, I almost wish I was at home watching on TV. We got a 4th down. Big play. 14-14 with a minute to go in the half. Benton keeps it. He's in. He scores. Bradley Benton. He used Shabazz as a decoy that time, and big old Bradley kept that one himself and took it in. Pine Bluff jumps up 20-14 with a minute 20 to go in this 3rd quarter. George, been a completely different game, hasn't it? 3rd quarter hadn't resembled that first half at all.
Give you some idea. Springdale has run the ball 3 plays in this 3rd quarter. Pine Bluff has run it. Let's see, they had run it 6 in the first half, and now it's 22. So they've run 16 plays in the 2nd half.
Well, we had number 20, Chris Anderson, out here. He kicked it good, but we're going to have offside Springdale. We'll hold it right here and see what's going to happen. I'm not so sure that, well, I think they were blowing the whistle dead before the play. A lot of players out here confused. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. Obviously, they're not going to kick it over if they don't have to. Looks like they probably called that play dead before it ever got started. So we're going to do it again. Chris Anderson, he looked good on that one. He put it straight through out of the hole with Satcher, and let's see if he can do it again. 20-14. Let's make it 21. No, that was off. I got a bad angle from that. He didn't get through good that time. So we're minute 20 to go in 3rd quarter. Pine Bluff Zebras 20. Springdale 14, and we'll be right back after this.
Quality medical care that emphasizes convenience and value. This is the heartbeat of Healthcare Plus. Minor surgical services, fully certified laboratory, workman's comp, and pre-employment examinations. Quality
down there, and yeah, he got down. They got the snap down good. He kicked it good. Right through the uprights for that PAT for the 21st point, and Springdale's offsides. They got to kick it again, and shanks it off. So we're still at 20-14 for the long kickoff by Shabazz. Springdale coming up, 1st and 10 from on 20. George, am I mistaken, or is this only the 2nd time Springdale's touched that ball offensively? I think it's their 2nd series of the 3rd quarter as we come down on a minute to go in the half.
That's true.
Boy, I wish I had another one of those Arthur's hamburgers, cheeseburger I had tonight. I'm hungry up here. We had some great food tonight. One of our sponsors tonight, Arthur's Barbecue here in Pine Bluff. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and barbecue. Next time you go in there, tell Arthur that you appreciate his business and appreciate him bringing Pine Bluff area football to you. Well, we had number 28 that time, Aaron Adams, out on the wide side, and he slipped up on that first down play. It's going to bring up a second. No, I've already missed a play here someplace. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Yeah, you go in there and get your cheeseburger. You know, Arthur's, George, you go up there on Wednesday nights, you know, they have, I don't want to lie, but I think I'll say he's got burgers for a good price. I'm not sure what they are. On Wednesday nights, I know he's got a crowd up there, hard to get in and out of that parking lot. Go in there and tell him that you appreciate him bringing TV 65 football to you on Friday nights. McKee, he picks up the first down, and he's out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Do you go up there on Wednesday nights?
Good chow. I like those foot-long hot dogs, chili dogs.
He's not the only sponsor we've got with us tonight. We got Ed Olmstead and Ogden's and, you know, Arkansas Sports Divers out there on the ball. Good group of folks out there. And go out there and visit them as we come down on the end of the 3rd quarter. Pine Bluff 20, Springdale 14, and we'll be a play there. It's going to bring up a second, and let's call it 2. Fast-moving game, George. I can't hardly keep up with myself tonight. Got these athletes out here. Every time Shabazz gets it, I got to stand up, think we're fixing to have a touchdown or something. McKee on the other side, he's just as dangerous. As Worley comes up with a man in motion, and little razzle-dazzle on the counters. He keeps it for a couple of yards. It's going to be short of the first down. Bring up 3rd down. Long trip down out of the mountains for Springdale. They've come down here to play tonight.
Springdale is located in some beautiful country, and this fall when those leaves turn, I'll look forward to going up there and seeing them.
Some big football out of that part of the state. Fort Smith South Side, North Side, Springdale. It's going to be close to the first down. I believe they're going to get it. Yes, the referee says he got that. So bring up first down. Springdale's on 45-yard line. So we got a man down. Well, he's just slow getting up. Big number 51 there for Lev Bradford, 6 foot, 210-pound senior for the Zebras. He's had a workout down there tonight. We got a Springdale player over here, Danny Phipps, number 75 over here on the sideline. Had a little problem with his, looks like an ankle there, George. He's got him on the bench over there, and one of the trainers working on him. Well, we're going to have timeout Springdale, so y'all stick with it. We'll be right back after a word from some of our sponsors. Number 16, who's not in my book, so I can't tell you who it is, but I bet you his parents are proud of that one.
He's also one of our captains tonight.
Yeah, one of our captains, and we have to apologize. Hard to keep up with everything tonight. The PA system, PA announcers on the opposite side of the field, we can barely hear him, and having some trouble tonight with some of our monitors and some of our equipment, but
we're having a good time seeing a good ball game.
That's right, right here on TV 65, Pine Bluff Axe. Springdale second, and call it 13. The counter, some razzle-dazzle. We got a ball on the ground, and I think Pine Bluff's going to get the ball. No, going to leave it with Springdale, but they're going to lose a couple of more yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and long.
That's the first fumble by Springdale tonight. Pine Bluff has fumbled 3 times, recovered 2 and lost 1. Springdale had 1 fumble, and they recovered it.
Yeah, Springdale's tried to razzle-dazzle that time. I think I had to go down and ask the coach what that play was called. They did a counter and double counter and faked it in, faked it out, and pitched it off, and didn't go anywhere. We got a 3rd and 14. Worley's looking. He's got a man down there, and Bohannon didn't go come up with it that time. He was double covered down there. Kenneth Camp down there on the 6'1", 185-pound junior down there. Good coverage down there. It's going to bring up fourth and a bunch. 4th and 14 from their own 40-yard line. Be good field position for Pine Bluff Zebras here. George, Zebras have been eating up the clock the second half. It's the exact opposite of what we had the first half. And Zebras going to get the ball back here and 8 minutes to go, just under 9 minutes to go. And look for him to hold on that ball for a while. Shabazz fields it inside his 30, and he goes around the left. He's looking for some room, puts the head down. He's up over the 35 to be 1st and 10, Pine Bluff Zebras. I think both these teams, Springdale's got one loss and one tie to Bentonville this year, and Pine Bluff, I don't know how they did it, but they lost to Central, 21-13, and a game a lot of people thought that Pine Bluff was just going to roll into Little Rock and beat them up, and wasn't the case. Benton hands off to Shabazz, and we got one of our few flags on the field tonight. I don't have a clue as to what this one is. We'll have to wait and see what the referee tells us. Neither team giving us a clue. Everybody's just looking for the... Well, let's see. We're going to have a preliminary signal. Looks like holding against Pine Bluff. That's what we got. Pine Bluff Zebra basketball team last year. Well, he started a few games, I think, George. Played in the King Cotton Classic. And, yeah, he's the... I guess everybody pretty much is kind of given he's one of the top 2-3 football players in the state. Great prospect for baseball. And I guess he just never quite gets a rest year-round. Track star. Benton does the counter. Last man through, tailback for a couple of yards. I think that was Vincent again that time in there. Yeah, it was number 21, Vincent White. Vincent's had a good game tonight. Seems like every time Shabazz, and here he comes right back in. Seems like every time Shabazz goes out, Vincent gets the ball. Shabazz, he's up and he's ready. I think we kind of had somebody off to a fast start that time for Pine Bluff. Benton, no secret, he was going back. I think he was looking for Shabazz. Benton went straight back, dropped back and was looking. Shabazz was out here in the flat. We'll see what they're going to do. Is Pine Bluff's kind of going backwards this time. George is going to bring up 2nd down, and I'm going to have to get out the calculator on this one. Looks like about, let's call it 20 yards.
25, I believe. Benton was getting ready to pass. He threw 3 times in the first half. Has not thrown in the second half.
Well, let's see what he does on 2nd and a whole bunch. Going to give it to a man through, and we got a ball on the ground. Big number 53 for Pine Bluff. Jason Hazelbean, senior for Pine Bluff. Ready on the spot on that one. Pine Bluff's coughed it up a bunch tonight, George, but I think they lost one. I'm not real sure. We don't have anybody doing what we've had. How many fumbles you got there?
4 fumbles by Pine Bluff. They've recovered 3 of them, lost 1.
Right. So it brings up 3rd and a bunch this time. Bradley's got a man. Oh, we got an interception. Worley on Oski there. Bradley had his man, Quasi Satcher, split in. He had him. He got up there, got a hand on the ball. You get the hand on the ball, you got to pull him in, I guess. And Matt Worley, playing double duty tonight, playing that safety position, playing quarterback. He came up with the Oski there. Springdale in good field position with 6.5 to go. They're on the Pine Bluff 35-yard line. What do you think, George? Keep the counters, try to keep it on the ground, pound it out. You know, touchdown to field goal. Touchdown to PAT to win this thing for Springdale. As Worley looks, he's got the counter again, and he's not going anywhere. John McWright, he's not going anywhere. Number 31, Dante Williams, he's in on that tackle along with, I don't know who he is, number 16. He's playing a whale of a game tonight.
You mentioned Springdale keeping the ball on the ground, playing it safe, but they've thrown the ball 6 times so far, had 4 completions, and they have done a good job getting people open.
That's right, and that one was just an underthrown touchdown pass, so hadn't it been for that, we probably would be looking 21-14 as we're 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Here's come that quick, oh, watch out. Worley on a slant in that time, and we're going to have a penalty. I have to believe that's probably a face mask because one Springdale man and a bunch of Pine Bluff. No, Pine Bluff pointing the other way. I don't have any idea what we could be coming back against Springdale.
We may be looking at a clip.
Oh, okay. Well, Worley came out. I thought we were going to have that quick in pass again, and hey, that's that slow developing play. Just standing there, and I didn't catch who it was, but somebody's coming around and was fixing to flatten Worley, and he got rid of that ball that slanted him. Boy, that's a big one coming back. That wiped out a big play for Springdale. They're looking at 2nd and 20 from the 45-yard line instead of what would have been a, 2nd and then about 4 from the 29-30-yard line, somewhere in there. With 5 minutes to go in this game, tight game 2014, George, I think that's got to be one of the biggest plays in the game so far.
That's big.
Unfortunate time for a penalty as we got a man in motion. Worley's going back. He's got a man. He was looking for big number, looks like 89 that time. There's Randy Pounders out there that time, and double covered again. Kenneth can't fall over this field tonight. Every time there's a pass out there, it seems like Big Kenneth's ready on the spot back there, and really wasn't too much of a chance for that completion that time. It's going to bring up 3rd and 20. Ball's on the 45-yard line. I don't know, George. I don't know if you go for all of it here or not. You know, with just under 5 minutes to go in this game, you might be looking at 2 plays here to pick up the first down, keep this drive going as we got a man in motion. Worley's back. He's going to pass. They're coming after him on the screen. Oh, I don't know how he got through there. He's got some yardage out here, though. McKee. Shabazz pulled McKee out of bounds as we have a little exchange between these 2 athletes. And I tell you what, George, I don't know how in the world McKee got through there. I thought Pine Bluff was just going to pick off the screen pass. They had 2 men in the backfield, 2 men out here in the flat waiting for the screen. And McKee, what an athlete. He pulls that thing in, sidestepped a couple of people. Boom, next thing you know, he just picked up 15 yards. Going to bring up a 4th and let's call it 6.
A great effort by McKee because we mentioned Pine Bluff had played it perfectly.
Well, this is the biggest play of the game to this point with 4:44 to go in this game. 20-14. It's a 4th down and 6. 4th down and 7. Worley's back. He's looking. He better get rid of it. He's fumbled the ball. They're going to call it down. That's a good play. He had that arm up in motion. Worley just didn't have anything to do. I think that was big number 61. John Felsman, it looked like to me. I don't know who. I couldn't see from our vantage point, but Worley, boom, he had nowhere to go, George, and he couldn't do anything. He did get the ball up, so I think that's a good call by the referee. He had that ball in motion, and they're going to call it dead at the 44-yard line of Pine Bluff. If they hadn't called that one dead, George, 6 quick points for Pine Bluff. They had that ball recovered back at about the 40-yard line of Springdale. Big offensive series for the Zebras with 4 minutes to go. Shabazz, look out. Shabazz, he's gone. Nope, they're going to get him at the 30-yard line. You know, Shabazz has got a hurt foot. Next thing you know, there he goes for 30 yards. So
he's awesome. He really is for a high school athlete. Tremendous speed, tremendous acceleration. Once he gets through, it's still agile and has all that power. He'll find running back.
6'1", 192 pound, and he looks a little bit bigger than that to me from up here. 4 minutes to go. Pine Bluff threatening. Bradley hands it off to Shabazz again. He's looking for some room. He's going to be out close to another first down. And Shabazz is down on the ground again, George. He looks hurt this time. Not that he hadn't been hurt before, but he's had this recurring foot problem tonight. We're going to just stay right here.
The way he continues to be injured and really looks like he's injured and then comes back in a play or two, almost think makes you think that he's having cramps of some sort. Because he really run hard when he gets back in there.
Well, we had a good shot there of Craig McKee. I say that, I may be lying. I saw one of our great cameramen down here, and for people that don't know what it takes to bring you a game like this, I'm sitting here looking at him now. Our cameraman out here, he's down here on the Springdale sideline. He's showing you a picture there of Randy Pounders, who tried to come up that play last offensive series, but our cameraman down here, he's got 3 people behind him working, pulling cable, and we got some monitors out up here, so I can't even tell you for sure that we're looking at the same thing you're looking at, but we got a lot of people out here having a good time trying to bring you some good football game here tonight from Pine Bluff. 2nd and 2, Vincent White. He might go all the way. He does. No. I'm sitting there watching the players. I ought to know better. I referee basketball. I know better than to believe a player. They think it's a score every time. Referee's going to spot the ball down. Hard to tell from our vantage point. He's down inside the 10. He wasn't even close to the goal line, George. They're down here hollering for a touchdown, and they're not even close.
The Zebras are back in the wishbone again now. Strictly power.
Well, with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this game, 20-14, Pine Bluff over Springdale. It's starting to be gloom and doom time for Springdale. Not a whole lot of time. They need to stop them here as Vincent White goes down to about the 5-yard line. Vincent's had him a good game tonight. I'm sure he gets overshadowed a little bit with Bazile, but Bazile's ready to come back in the game. He's going to come back out of the game. We got some confusion of players in there. I'm going to call Vincent here to get this ball. It seems like every time tonight Shabazz been on that sideline, Vincent gets the ball. Let's see what they do on a 2nd down from the 5-yard line. There's my man Vincent White. He's down near the goal line. He's going to be a little short. Good run, heads up run there by Vincent. I'm going to have to rely on the scoreboard, George. It says 3rd down, ball on the 1-yard line. Looks good to me from this vantage point. It's hard to see. I bet our fans at home got a great shot of this one from our cameramen tonight. Out working hard tonight in Pine Bluff with 2 minutes to go in the game. 3rd down. Bradley Benton takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. He's going to not get in the end zone. There they are again, yelling touchdown, and he doesn't have it. Springdale side of the field over here where we are tonight, they like that play. It's going to bring up a 4th down. And what do you think, George? To play it safe? I don't know what safe is. I would say safe is kick a field goal.
Safe is handed Shabazz. He just came back into the ball game.
I guess so. You got these athletes like McKee out here. Who knows? He might take the ensuing kickoff, and he might go 80 yards. So we're going to be on the fourth down from the 1-yard line. Shabazz, he's going to walk in. Touchdown. Pine Bluff side, the field is across from us tonight, but you can hear them over there in the background. They got a good crowd out here tonight. Great night for football, nice cool night. And George, that just about ought to wrap it up. 26-14 with a PAT to come, 1:15 to go in this game, and going to have some big breaks for Springdale to make, come out of here with a victory tonight. They played a whale of a game. I tell you what, I hadn't seen a more impressive first half from a team than I saw from Springdale Bulldogs tonight. Pine Bluff, they're going to go for 2. Benton's got the ball. And he's going to eat the ball, and we're not going to have any extra point this time. It's going to be 26-14, Pine Bluff Zebras. We'll be right back.
Shrimp and skinless catfish fillets dipped in a batter that has taken a...
It bounces, Shabazz kick bounces, and about inside the 20-yard line. It's in the end zone. Referee's calling it dead. And, we got a tangle up here on the 20-yard line. A couple of players getting a little heated tonight. And, yeah, that happens. 2 of the top teams in the state, and you got a minute 15 to go in the game. And if you're Springdale, your back's against the wall. You got to come up with 9 points in a minute 15 and they ain't come up with any points this second half. So I mean, that's a tough chore. That's a tough chore for anybody to come up with that many points in a minute. We'll see what happens. Look for Springdale. We'll see if maybe, one big play, put them right back in it. Get a big play, get a quick score, onside kick, be right back in this game. But right now, it's looking pretty good for the hometown Pine Bluff Zebras with a 26-14 lead. Worley's back. He's got a man. He's got a blocker out there, and he's looking for that sideline. And Kenneth Camp drives him out, looks like about the 25-yard line. Not much of a gain there. Only took off about 7 seconds. We're down to 1:08. And of course, George, they're going to have to, they're going to have to pick up the first downs too as we go along. You got to be concerned. Number one, get the ball, get everybody set, get out of bounds, save the timeouts. Springdale had to waste one earlier. I had some sort of problem, had to take a timeout earlier this half.
They got to throw the ball. There's no doubt about that. Pine Bluff is playing a little deep on defense.
Yeah, we got Basil Shabazz playing center field back there. And we got a flag on the play. I think we might have a pass interference against Pine Bluff. I believe that's what we're going to have. That'll kill the clock with 1:03 to go. High school rules, if I'm not mistaken, clock won't start until the ball's snapped after the penalty. There's so many rules to keep up with. I referee basketball. I tell you, there's a lot of rules to keep up with. Football, basketball, all of it.
Pine Bluff's been penalized 50 yards in the ball game so far. Springdale 35. Very close. Very well called game.
Yeah, I think it's what everybody expected. Good ball game. 26-14, minute to go. It's 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Worley's looking. He's got a man open, but it's going to be intercepted. Oh, my gosh. Basil Shabazz had it and lost it. And number 58 for Pine Bluff, DeCarlos Grayson. George DeGrayson, he's sitting out there, and Shabazz is fixing to do his razzle-dazzle. Every time he gets the ball there, he had the interception. All of a sudden, he didn't have it anymore. Grayson's got it. So that's probably just about going to wrap things up here tonight from Pine Bluff. It's 26-14, Zebras. They've got the ball, 50 seconds to go in this game. And Craig McKee coming off the sideline, Matt Worley. Worley, they played a good game tonight. McKee's some kind of athlete. He doesn't have anything to be dejected about tonight. Springdale played a whale of a ball game. As Bradley Benton, he's just going to sit on the ball. 28 seconds to go. Yeah, Springdale's going to have to go home, and it's no cakewalk for them. They got some tough opponents up in that northwest part of the state.
They have actually played the Zebras much tougher than Fort Smith Northside or Fort Smith Southside.
That's true. It's been a good close ball game.
breaks your psychic, boy, and they drive down your throat and listen, well, by God, we just run for two, boy. Like right now. Conservative ass shit. Down line to go in there. Come on in right here. There you go, there you go. There you go, 41. Come on in here, bitch. Let's go get him right here. Good job. Get him. Get him. Block that Go get him. There you go. One yard gain. There's no time getting in the end zone. He fell in there, didn't see that? Let's see what he gets. Look at your big leg, man. Your big leg. That's sweet right there. That is right there. For the one, right? He's limping. made a mistake tonight. Watch this right here, folks. Right here. They ain't got no help on that door. They can't cover that, this gonna be. They can't cover that. They can't cover the halfback coming out. They cannot cover that halfback coming out. They're in motion again. Position. They can't get enough on the field. We don't need it. Yeah, see, there you go. Just didn't run it with it was. I don't think they loosen up. Loosen on up. You're too close. Reverse. I swear to God, they have to bring all their men in to keep me from not blocking their damn ball. They have punched something in his face. They'll run a swing that back outside of him and they threw him. He don't run it in. get a first down, get the little slots, and you play just like it. Alright. You might as well whip his return one time tonight. Alright, let him know now. Oh no. Alright. He's gonna go for it. What are you linebackers in? What you doing? What you doing? Get him! So you're looking for running back. And outside of you. Look here.
zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for McClellan at the Lions. The inside Corey drive. Second and 5. Inside handoff to number 22, Kurt Thompson. On the tackle, Chris Fitzpatrick of the Zebras. Danny Brooks on the quarterback keeper, number 77, Randall Parker. Danny Brooks passing complete to Mike. Tim Scott. The inside handoff to Tim Scott. Beat Shabbat. The ball takes.
What kind of call is that? You're full of shit.
Indicated against McClellan. He's still trying. We'll bring up 2nd and 5.
I see a move in motion.
Signed off to Chicago. Bring up 3rd and 5. We'll bring up 4th and 4. Back deep Corey High.
That's all right. Let's move it.
The punt is down to by number 91 of the Zebras. The handoff on the inside trap to Tim Scott. Right tackle advances to the handoff to the second man through Tim Scarborough off right tackle. Left tackle to number 18, Tim Scarborough.
McClellan is no good, just short. Pine Bluff, 27. Number 21. Again, the handoff to number 21-16.
Movement on line, left in, Holly.
The handoff to Shabbat around the left end to have second and goal from the 4. On the tackle, number 33, Brian Reed. Touchdown, Pine Bluff. Number 13, Bradley Benson from 4 yards out on a quarterback keeper.
Okay, stop.
The point after is Bluff. Mike Bluff. Scarborough downs the kick in the end zone. The handoff to number 28, Kurt Thompson. To punt for McClellan. Derek Taylor comes up. The handoff. Benson 433, 10. At the McClellan 45. Benson's right off tackle for Pine Bluff. Brought down by Brian Lloyd. Now down in the secondary by number 40, Corey Hanna. Touchdown, Zebra. Number 13. Returns the kickoff to the 19, where it will be 1st and 10. Sportsmanlike conduct indicated against Pine Bluff. The first. Inside handoff, number 18, Kim Sarver. McClellan. The inside handoff to number 23, by number 4. Number 19, Deputy Bluff on a quarterback keeper standing. The Pine Bluff Zebras 12. The McClellan Lions 0. Hey, we'd like to remind all of you there's plenty of hot pizza. Number 20 was spotted at the 60-yard line. The inside handoff of right tackle to number 6. The handoff around the left.
You're not using it? What now? You're not using it? No.
The inside handoff. Complete to number 84, Marcus Goodwin. The quarterback, the McClellan Twins. The handoff to number 21, Benson Wright. Touchdown, Zebras out.
Dropping down.
The two-point conversion is good. The handoff to Shabbat. 7:40 remaining. action of right tackle. The handoff, number 22, Kirk Thompson of right tackle. On the tackle. Tim Scarborough on the counter action advances the ball to the McClellan 48, where it will be 1st and 10. Takes the pitch back around the left end. The pitch back to number 18, Tim Scarborough, around the right end. The inside handoff to number 22, Kirk Thompson of right tackle. Kirk Thompson fights his way off right tackle. On the quarterback keeper. First down. The pitch back to number 18. The inside handoff. Scarborough. Down Bluff on the quarterback. for Brian Lloyd, and number 27 will serve catcher. That concludes the first quarter of play. At this time, the McClellan cheerleaders have a special message to kick off the Red Ribbon campaign for drug-free youth. To support the McClellan cheerleaders. The handoff, number 19, Shabbat. The inside handoff to number 20. To number 19, first and 10. At the McClellan 14. Go!